Dzogchen literally means great perfection, and it actually refers to the true and ultimate nature of every individual's mind. And in fact, this is further referred to the ultimate nature of all the phenomenal existence. So this is the real meaning of the Dzogchen. So now when we speak about Dzogchen meditation or practice, so this is a system through which we kind of like find our true nature, we could realize our true nature and true condition. So this kind of system, so there is a special system of meditation. So this is called Dzogchen meditation. So very simply and very roughly speaking. So in Bön tradition, this system of meditation, Dzogchen is regarded as the highest kind of like level of meditation system. So generally we have 9 different levels of practice known as the 9 ways of Bön. So Dzogchen is the 9th, the final or the highest level. We call Yene Dzogchen Yangzen Lame Jitikpa, the vehicle of primordially great perfection, the unsurpassed vehicle. So anyway, so why it is, this is the meaning of the Dzogchen. So why in Bön tradition it is important is, so this teaching and this way of meditation is regarded as the kind of like fastest and most profound meditation system through which every individual being can obtain the fastest kind of way of liberation. The main purpose of doing Dzogchen meditation is to get ultimate liberation from all kind of sufferings and miseries or problems, fears and emotions, everything. So if you precisely speak more kind of like our religious trend, so to get liberation, total liberation from the bound of samsara, the cyclic existence, or the bound of all our negative emotions and ignorance. That is the purpose of meditation of Dzogchen. The benefit of the practice of Dzogchen, of course, we could explain many different levels as any other spiritual practice. Dzogchen meditation could bring more peaceful in your mind, in your life. You know, peaceful means more peaceful state of emotional level in your life, and any aspect of yourself. So that is very, very temporary and kind of basic benefit. So if your practice of Dzogchen is properly done and it is done, so you can develop more freedom or more sense of liberation from any kind of fears and struggles, whether it may be emotional, it may be physical, it may be external conditions or internal condition. So that is more temporal. Why it is? Because through this meditation of Dzogchen, we kind of like learn or we get more aware of the real condition of our life, you know. So we learn how to deal with every emotion and every fears and sadness we have. So then ultimately it can lead to the further liberation. So you develop this realization more and more profound, more strong, more stable, and then you go beyond of our ordinary condition. So which is regarded more higher spiritual realization. Then ultimately you can get total liberation. So normally you even can transform your this very illusory body, material body, into the light, which is the ultimate state of ourself. So in the Dzogchen teachings, we talk about all the phenomena existence, including ourself, our body, speech, mind, is in its essence is a light, natural and spacious and clear state of light. So this light doesn't mean material light. It is what we call wisdom light, wisdom body of light. So that is the ultimate result of Dzogchen. So why it is possible? Because our very essence of the mind or ourself is primordially pure. It's nobody is born like impurely in their nature. With nature, from the from the perspective of their very ultimate nature, every sentient being is pure. Their mind, their body, their ultimate state of the body, speech, mind is pure. So when we say we achieve this pure state of the light, pure state of the wisdom, means we get into that very back essence. So that is the why this is possible. Every sentient being is possible to achieve this state. So that is the result of the Dzogchen benefit. Then when we speaking about this Dzogchen meditation, how we can process, if you wonder how to start this practice of Dzogchen, how I can procedure, what is the procedure or process of this Dzogchen system. Then in Bön tradition, we have mainly 4 major Dzogchen systems, the meaning of which are totally same, but there are slightly different lineage and different system of practice. So which are known as Ati. One of these system is called Ati. Another system is Xiangshu Nyenju. Another system is called Dzogchen Dapa Kursum. Then there is another Dzogchen, major Dzogchen cycle known as what we call the Indian cycle. Indian cycle, Jagalpagor, is known as Dzogchen Yetitasel. So when you follow this Dzogchen practice, so traditionally we train one of these according to one of these systems. So you can learn, you can enter through any of these. In fact, you can even later on interchange each other. You can, they are not like totally different. But most important thing is that we must get real good instruction of the teaching, and you must learn through the authentic text. So therefore, when we teach Dzogchen, we must rely on one of the texts that has been transmitted and taught many centuries and centuries. So in this way we can feel even more connected. Our teaching and practice is more historical, more kind of authenticity, authentic we can feel, which is very important. If you don't have feeling of authenticity of your practice, and you don't feel yourself, cannot feel real confidence. If you are lack of your confidence in your practice, then you cannot have good progress of your practice. So therefore, and then also you feel lack of inspiration. So we need all this inspiration, confidence in our practice. So to have this, we must rely on our text, one of these authentic texts. So therefore, one Ati is one of them. So now to speaking about the origin of Ati, Ati originally based on Dzogchen, a cycle called Kapang Gukur. But the Ati, the very text itself, was kind of like started from in the 11th century from Gongzo Ritrechepo. And then after several generations, I think 5 generations, and then the first Ati text was written, this down by one of the masters who was called Yorpo Mebal, Sende Yorpo Mebal. He was great practitioner, meditator, and also great scholar. And he compiled these teachings that he received from his masters, and then on the basis of his own experience, he compiled this 8 or 10 chapter Ati meditation manual. And then later, this chapter was further elaborated by Trungchen Tenpa Yungdrung, who was a 13th century master in 15th session. So currently we have both this 8 chapter and 15th session text. However, this we use this 15th session Ati meditation text as a manual text for the Dzogchen practice for many centuries, mainly in the great Khenpo monastery such as Yeruvesaka, Mary Monastery, Yungdrung Monastery. Those monasteries we use this text. So we have this lineage and transmission of this teaching up to now without interruption. So therefore we still use this text, we transmit this teaching in a very traditional way and on the basis of this text. So that is the Ati. So Ati literally means guide to the A or guide through the A, meaning is same. A is being referred to the ultimate nature of the our own mind, basically. A is letter, syllable, Tibetan A, one of the syllable, but this symbolizes our own very natural state of our own mind. We usually call Akar, white A, this pure essence of our mind.